boy, what a crazy playoff weekend already. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Rats. And this is real simple. We're going to let the Cowboy haters get their way. And, we're just going to have a wonderful time tonight. You know what I'm saying? Got my man Rock, got DJ Gooch, got Big Los in the building, Mr. Glass, and Black Bart, a.k.a. D-Ray, in the building. So this is just a crazy time. It's kind of like, what happened to Cowboys? What happened to Cowboys? Plain and simple. Everything just went crazy. Glass Squad in the building.
Yep.
All right, y'all. So, before we get this party started, I'm going to go ahead and pass it on to the Honorable Bishop TD Fakes in the building. Sir, please say what you wish.
First off, I want to take this time to send out our hearts and prayers to the grieving Cowboy Nation. I'm using for a subject, and I'll be giving the obituary and the last words of y'all. Disappointing letdown season. It's gonna be all right. And I want to use for a subject this evening that I never would have made.
Never would have made it.
One more time. Never would have made it.
Never would have made it to the playoffs.
And I just want to leave you with this word on this evening. And it's a short word. You take it and put it in your spirit. So, Brother Rock and Troy and DJ Goose. All the Cowboy fans out there far in there. This is my word. I'm going to let y'all go. Good on paper don't always mean good on the field.
Gotta preach, boy. Gotta preach.
On paper. And I just want to give you an example of what paper look like. Good paper. You put words on it, it looks real good. And you can put on it and it looks real good. It can smell nice. When you apply pressure to this paper, it means nothing. I just commend the 49ers for putting on the paper Cowboy. That's my message for this season. My cash app is TD Fake. $. Lord blessing you when you give them money.
Amen. All over you.
Okay. All right. Next. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, anyway.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, yes, we're pretty much going to just be sharing about the playoffs. Dang it, we're going to pretty much be talking about the Cowboys losing. Let's put it that way. And then everything else sprinkled in. So, let's start with the everything else. So, we know that the Bucks whooped down the Eagles. That was a scrimmage match.
Yeah.
There ain't nothing really to talk about with that. Because that was just unnecessary.
I do have one thing to talk about.
Sure.
Real quick.
Go ahead.
So there was something that I was thinking about, and I was talking to everybody about it in my household and my brother, because he's a big Bucks fan too. And we were like, man, you know what I'm worried about, man? I'm worried about all the injuries, man. And wouldn't you know it, Shaq Barrett played. Levante David played. We didn't even need Leonard Fournette. He didn't play, but he'll probably be ready next week. And we have Tom Brady, and the Eagles do not. So I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying.
Who y'all got again?
The reality is that Jalen Hurts, and I said this last week, Jalen Hurts is not the guy. He is not a good quarterback. He's not even an okay quarterback. He's a fraudulent quarterback. So he needs to go. The Eagles need to clean house from pretty much all their offense. They have nothing in the cupboard except Miles Sanders. They're done. And we proved how weak the NFC East actually is.
Oh yeah.
Because both of the NFC East teams got beat. One by the underdog in the 49ers, and then one, they didn't even look like they belonged on the field with us. Let's be honest, right? Everybody can agree with that. They shouldn't have been there.
Yeah,
so
pretty much.
NFC East is not it.
So the only thing I can say about what you just said, because you know I'm gonna stick up for Jalen Hurts since he finally, played one whole season. I mean, he was basically still a rookie. Okay, so at the beginning of the year, we was all wondering why were they just letting him out there to hang, because they wasn't running the ball any. Then they started running the ball and it started getting better. But that coaching staff should have, thought of something to actually do what he does best a little earlier. So I can't say that he's not the one, because we're still looking at like Carson Wentz, and we've seen what the heck Carson Wentz done, and everyone thought like he was the one. And we're still looking at a whole bunch of first round quarterbacks that then came in and laid complete eggs, and they're still out there for their third, fourth year, blah blah blah. I could only see him getting better, but since it's the Eagles, I don't give a damn about them. The team, no one cares about that trash team. But I would want to see Hurts, get a better offensive coordinator, better stuff around him, because there's no way possible that what's his name? The wide receiver from Alabama. What's his name?
Oh, is it Devontae?
Oh, Devontae Smith.
Yeah. It's no way that like he did not even get a catch to the third quarter or late fourth quarter or something.
There is a way. Now, it's quarterback. That's how.
Man. They was determined. They was determined to run the ball. They got behind.
Had 2 receptions in the first half. Of course.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to throw the ball no more neither.
Yeah. I understand it, but like I said, he was basically still a rookie, and we saw what
exactly, Zozie.
What your boy Matt Jones did. I don't know about that.
But bro, his arm is weaker than 45-year-old Tom Brady.
Oh.
Yep, I heard it.
I mean, that's just the truth.
I did, but no better time than the present.
So
anyway,
was he scouted that way coming out of college? I mean,
Nick Saban knew right away he wasn't
the
guy,
he didn't know
that championship game. He took him out of the game. He put 2 away.
Glass. Up to that time, the dude has not he had not lost a game for Alabama.
Okay.
Up to that time.
It's really easy to not lose a game as the quarterback for the Alabama Crimson Tide. It's very easy. Greg McElroy had an undefeated season for the Alabama Crimson Tide. Do you know who Greg McElroy even is? That was their starting quarterback during that time. You know who he had as receivers? Julio Jones. He had Julio Jones and then one other really good player at receiver. It's not hard to win with Alabama. They have everyone.
I don't know.
I find it hard to believe some team, even the Beagles, would draft somebody that high with no arm.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I'll tell you what happened. He went to, I believe it was Ohio State. No, not Ohio State. He went to Oklahoma. Went to Oklahoma, and the coach at Oklahoma shined him up real nice, and he had a pretty decent season over there. And he went into the draft after that, and they were fooled. They thought maybe they could do it, but the thing is, in Oklahoma, they're in the Big Ten. They're not really facing elite talent defensively.
Big 12. So yeah, it was them, Texas, Kansas State. Who else in the Big 12, Gooch?
Oh shoot.
I know it was them, Texas, Kansas State, and Texas Tech. Texas Tech.
It's not a lot of defensive talent.
Like
maybe Texas has a pretty good defense most years, but outside of that, it's not a lot. Not a lot of those teams are known for their defense. And so when you go to a place where the defenses aren't that strong and you still have very good offensive weapons, I believe they had CeeDee Lamb out there and a couple other guys when he was in college there. I mean, it's not hard to play well at quarterback when the rest of your team is elite compared to their competition. And that's the same situation he had at Alabama. Now you get to the Eagles where they don't have elite number one talents all over the board. Heck, they got rid of Zach Ertz, who is one of the best tight ends in the league.
Yeah, which was why I'm like, they was trying to basically sabotage his season, though, because they got rid of one of the best tight ends that he ever had.
And the reason they did that is because they knew he's not the guy. There's no point in paying Zach Ertz all that money if you're going to lose.
Okay, you know what? You know, I'm sitting here listening to y'all trash Jalen Hurts.
I'm not trash
because y'all bitter. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. And this is what happens to a lot of mobile quarterbacks who have success in college, and then they come to the NFL and they get met with an offensive coordinator who wants to turn them into something that they're not, right?
Exactly.
Jalen Hurts is in Philadelphia, and what they're trying to do, they're trying to turn him into a pocket passer, which is not his strength. Let's just face it. They need to dust off Michael Vick's old playbook and see what could work from that. And they need to operate on that young man's strengths because he's a mobile quarterback. He would do very well with a West Coast offense where he's not having to hum the ball down the field. He just, short passes, mobile, whatever. But get him with an offensive coordinator that's trying to make a name for himself. You're gonna get what you got yesterday. Point.
And
that's a fair point.
That's what I want. Think of that, Bart. That's where I was going with. He might just be in the wrong system. I just can't see somebody going to the scouting combine and watching all the film and saying, "Oh, he has a noodle arm." He has to have some sort of arm to even get drafted.
What I'm saying about noodle arm is if you look at the rest of the starting quarterbacks in the league, especially the ones that have some skill, like you're looking at Herbert, you're looking at Joe Burrow, you're looking at Patrick Mahomes, you're looking at Aaron Rodgers, you're looking at Tom Brady, you're looking at guys of that ilk, right? And you're looking at Lamar Jackson. You're looking at guys who have arm talent, right? Lamar Jackson is a mobile quarterback that can still throw the ball. He's not incredibly accurate, but he can get the ball where you want it to go. He's just not accurate with it. So what I'm saying about
if you're in a system that works.
Go ahead.
If you're in a system that works for him, you're saying?
No, what I was saying, like what Rock was saying, if you think about the game, did you watch the game? Well, I'm pretty sure you watched the game.
I did.
Anyway, but like Rock was saying, that number one receiver is not targeted. You understand what I'm saying? It's like almost they would call him plays away from him. And I'm gonna reference what happened yesterday against the Cowboys. I know we ain't got them yet, but if you saw how they used Debo in that scheme, they made Jimmy G look like a baller.
Yeah.
But they used one of their best players to get Jimmy G, make him look good. See, that's what Philadelphia had to do. They weren't using their best players to make their quarterback look good because Jimmy G is not, in my opinion, he almost lost that game yesterday when it came down to
and let's also keep it real. You know who Jalen Hurts really reminds everybody of? A young Russell Wilson, because Russell Wilson came in the league and didn't have that kind of arm strength either. He was a mobile quarterback and he could move and he can make plays with his legs, but he got with a system. He got in a system with a coach that knew how to deal with a mobile quarterback, right? And he got some weapons around him that, hey, he doesn't have to make them plays because he had beast mode in the backfield. He had some wide receivers that can make some plays. You can't sit there and base that young man's performance, just on him because he's not calling his own plays yet. He's not responsible for drafting yet.
Well, here's one thing. Well, first of all, let me address Hey Streak in the comment section. Man said, Glass, don't yell at me, but Mahomes is better than Brady. Well, if Mahomes is better than Brady,
Well,
then that means he should have beat him last year in the Super Bowl, right? Oh, wait, he didn't. Oh, he lost. He can't be better. My bad.
That does not exactly correlate, man.
I mean, it does. I
That's
mean, it
11
does.
It is 11 people on that team. He does not play against.
Okay.
He
Let's
is not
go
on the
position by
same
position.
field.
No,
at the
wait.
same time.
Let's address this though. Let's go position by position with their team offensively. Kelsey and Gronk cancel each other out. Tyreek Hill, I'll take Tyreek Hill over every receiver that Tampa Bay has. They have Mecole Hardman, who is a very good number 2. They had good running backs all over the field. They had Le'Veon Bell, which they didn't use somehow. I have no idea why. I mean, they have lots of skilled weapons over there in that offense. So you're telling me that with that kind of skill set of their offense, that he couldn't outduel TB12. See, I'm not going to use the name because I see you counting over there, D-Ray. I see.
Oh, trust me, we're going to catch you. Trust and believe, we're going to catch you.
Any reference to it on account.
Anyway, let's keep it moving, guys. We are going deep already. Not rough, but real quick, we're going to speak on Cincinnati against the Raiders. The Bengals pulled out an awesome game. Burrows, every time I see this kid, he's just impressing me more and more. So I'm definitely looking forward to see how far they go. Anybody know off the top of their head who they play next?
I believe that they are going to
Buffalo.
No. The Chiefs have Buffalo.
So then it would be the Titans.
Right, they're going to Tennessee.
Yeah.
So that means you're going to see a very interesting type of matchup here. And this is something that I think plays into the Titans' hands very well, because I think that if you keep Joey Burrow and you keep Jamar Chase off of the field, they have a very good chance to just simply ground them and run the ball, take time off the clock, put their points on the board, and make it to where Burrow and that Bengals offense can't catch rhythm, similar to what they try to do a lot of times when you're facing like the Chiefs, for instance, and you're trying to keep the ball out of Mahomes' hands.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let's move on. We had the Steelers at night. Hold on one second. Who has a device, whether it's a laptop or a cell phone, it's bleeding in through the mics. Yeah. So you guys need to turn that down, please. That's just so it prevents the echo.
I was muted, so it wasn't me.
Okay. Are we doing better? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So let's keep it going.
I think it's that bitterness, that heaviness. That's what it is.
The bitterness is seeping.
It's that bitterness is seeping.
Let's talk about that Steelers game, damn it.
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and finish those other teams before we give them the floor. So yeah, let's go ahead and talk about those Steelers.
The Steelers got floored. Somebody give them. The Steelers got floored, man.
If you are a follower of rap and you've been following this show for the past 3 or 4 weeks, you know good and well that I told you that A, we didn't belong in the playoffs. B, it was God's plan for us to get in the playoffs. And C, that our luck was probably going to run out next week. Well,
he did.
Our luck ran out right in the third quarter. Well, right at the end of the second quarter. All I could say is that, thank Big Ben for his years of service. It's debatable whether he's going to be a no votes Hall of Famer, and I'm pretty sure he's going to get in first time. We're going to go in a rebuilding phase and maybe try to find a veteran that we can make a run. While we got a very, very good running back and a very, very good wide receiving core. We got some problems with some drops. We got some problems with some other critical things, but for the most part, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not disappointed. I knew what was going to happen.
Pastor, you got any words?
Well,
thank you, Miss Mika.
What's that?
He's hurt, but as you can see, and that's the difference. I want all the Cowboy Nation and the fanatics and crazy to witness the humbleness of Brother D-Ray as he spoke, not this week, but last week, when he knew that they will probably get mollywopped. And as we saw the other day,
amen.
And he didn't make any excuses. He didn't blame the ref. He didn't blame the weather. He didn't blame our quarterback who didn't know the rules that the quarterback on the ref has. He looked us square dab in the eye and said, "I have no excuses. Thank you, Ben. We got mollywopped." See, that's the difference between a quality team that's been consistent, that has winning season, that knows how to win with grace, compared to the Cowboy Nation that don't really know how to win because they're not used.
And let me add to that. If you watch the game and you watched how the Steelers played, you can understand that the Steelers understood what playoff football is, right? Yeah. Now the talent on the team just ran out. Mm-hmm. Right around the end of the second quarter. Talent is going to will out, period. No matter what. If sooner or later those weapons was going to start firing for Kansas City. The difference though was we made it a game with what we had.
Yeah.
That cannot be said for a lot of teams.
That's true. You made it a game.
No, you made it a game. Y'all made it. Y'all brought some drama, but you didn't bring your game.
No, you didn't bring it right now.
You brought some drama.
All we needed was that
show up.
That's what they always do, man.
Yeah.
And see, that's the difference between a pretender and the real team. Like today, we're celebrating the Dr. Martin Luther King in his holiday. And all I'm hearing up down my we're talking about Cowboys, and he was a man about his business, and he gave his wife a ring, and I just want to say to all the Cowboys, when you gonna give your fans a ring? We're going on 26 years. And y'all didn't show up yesterday until the third quarter, and you can't keep doing that. But that's been y'all pedigree because you're undisciplined and you got no heart.
Pastor, I want to believe every word you said. I just got one question about the Hamilton. And not, telling us, Black Bar here, D-Ray told us that, he knew his team was going to get mollywopped, but why is he wearing that star on his head?
That's a good question, brother.
Yeah, you want to explain that, Mr. Black Bar, what you had to do.
See
what happened.
See, what had happened was earlier in this season, and if I could title this message, my message is making dumb decisions and having to live with the consequences. I made a dumb bet at the beginning of this season, realizing that my team was going to not play like they were supposed to. And I made a bet with somebody on this panel. And I said that if our team got a worse record than your Cowboys, I will wear some Dallas Cowboy paraphernalia on the show. Now, some other things happened. We're in a pandemic. We have a snowstorm. I wasn't able to get my order in to Amazon on time. So the title for my next message is "Making Do with What You Got." So,
Okay,
I asked
so
my lovely wife to make me a star, and I got some duct tape. And now I'm wearing some Dallas Cowboy paraphernalia
there
to
you
honor
go.
my bet.
They need duct tape for that star in the middle of the field after the fans get done with whatever's left of that stadium because they're gonna be pissed after that game. But before we get into anything else, I want to take a split second to answer some of the questions in the crowd here. The real Zozy asked, "Where is Brian Flores going? Where do you guys think Brian Flores will land on the NFL coaching tree?"
New York, if they do it right.
If they do it right, I would love to see him coach the Giants.
Okay,
Hopefully
so
the
a
Giants.
lot of them are saying the Giants. I am saying the Chicago Bears because I think the Bears restoring that classic defense of the Chicago area would be amazing for that fan base. And the real Zozy asks, who is winning the Super Bowl? Now,
We really need to say that to the last question.
I was just about to say, I think we need to not answer that yet. So you guys
still got playoffs to go
every week to hear our answers.
Well,
to
we
that.
know who it ain't gonna
But we do appreciate the questions, guys.
We do know who it ain't gonna be though.
We do know it ain't gonna be the Cowboys.
We know it ain't gonna be the Steelers, the Giants, and the Cowboys.
Well, sir, we knew it wasn't gonna be the Steelers earlier this season.
Well,
we knew that then. But y'all didn't know.
Might be.
Even though we was all telling you it wasn't gonna happen.
Record said it ain't gonna be the daggum Tom Brady Buccaneers either.
But it could be. See, we still in advance. We still got our tax shoes on. Y'all got your feet out. Y'all got your bare feet out. No sock.
Toes like this.
Now, I have to, go back on something that Mr. TD Fake said a little while ago about being humble. Okay, because humble pie, if I remember it, didn't really go both ways when you was playing a little while ago, because you was every week on a wing and a prayer, just wishing and hoping and wishing that the Giants did something, only to get mollywopped day in and day out. I don't know how humble you was at the time there, Brother Fakes, but I'm just letting you know, bro, the humbleness works both ways.
This is the part where we can learn that everybody ain't supposed to preach. Everybody's not called to the pulpit. And some people just want to imitate the gifts of others.
All I'm doing, sir, all I'm doing is just basically calling out what my boy TD Fake said about being humble. That's all I am. I am just a messenger of the word of football. So, as we all say in the land of football messages, don't stop, get it. Don't stop. Get it.
All right, so
from the desk of Dr. Reverend Ike. Don't stop, get it.
Don't
we
stop.
got another fan question, guys. Where should Russell Wilson go?
Cowboys.
Man, I would love
Cowboys.
Russell Wilson needs to stay right where he at.
Ain't gonna happen.
Ain't gonna happen.
Ain't gonna happen.
What do you think, Trent? Where should Russ go?
Miami.
Supposedly, if Brian goes to the Giants, I think Russell would be enticed.
Okay,
because he wants to go to New York.
Okay,
hold on.
I think that Russell Wilson should very much consider the Houston Texans, and the reason why I say that is because it's a stadium. You don't have to worry about weather, which is what he's accustomed to. And I think they have money there, and they'd be willing to spend it to make receivers and a line happen. And that's one thing that
Indy?
I think Indianapolis would be good too.
The only thing about the Texans is that their ownership and management is off the chain stupid.
Agreed.
And
But they can spend money.
Yeah, but they ain't gonna spend it on the right. They sort of like the Giants. They got the money, but they ain't gonna spend it on the right people. You know,
I agree with you on that.
Why we gotta kick the honorable TD Fakes while he's down? Why we gotta bring up
Hey,
right?
hey,
Hold on,
I got
Mr. Class. Let me address you. I'm never down. I always have hope and upbringing for my Giants. We got rid of part of the problem, firing the coach. So we got some growth there. We got some growth.
I agree.
You know,
y'all still got Daniel Jones though. That's all I'm saying.
Russell Wilson could. Yeah.
All right. So
Russell Wilson could do like another Super Bowl winning quarterback and pick a league that he can always win in because the rest of the league, the rest of the division is weak.
Oh yeah.
So, you know, somewhere like the NFC South, maybe.
Wait a minute.
Go play for the Saints.
When he got
go play for Atlanta, maybe.
When he got there, the Chiefs,
maybe even the Panthers. You never know.
Saints was a powerhouse team. The Saints were actually on paper better than the Buccaneers when he got there. Atlanta, they still had Julio Jones, so on paper they were better when he got there. I mean, you're acting like he didn't take a team that wasn't good and made him a Super Bowl champion. That's what you're acting like he didn't do.
Who?
He beat Green Bay in Green Bay.
Who beat Green Bay?
Who?
I'm not gonna TV.
Don't be scared. Don't be scared.
Just say TB12.
TB12, baby.
All right.
Go ahead.
Hey. All right. Time for an intermission, guys. We have our blast artist for the night. This is my man Chiclana. It's Suans Las. Ooh, I totally destroyed it. Let's try it again. Sunan Los Temprados. Basically, it's the sound of the trumpets.
Man, just play it.
Me indica. Suenan las trompetas que me toca. Chambear pa' botar fuego por la boca. Y es que mami no podrá verme con una toga. Yo voy a ser leyenda y sin diploma. Yo nací pa' ser artista. Los super días que puse una pista y me puse a rapear. Vamos la primera vista. Par de gente dice que no voy, que no me vista. Y en mi lista tienen X de falso, soy ateísta. Mientras Dios bendiga de esto, yo soy el Mesías. Mi alcancía cada vez menos vacía. Esta gente está torcida corriendo con aceite quemado. La vida me hizo un hijo de puta, no es que haya cambiado. Wow, soy el boss, el peón ya se acabó. Referencias en leyenda, solo Dios mejor que yo. Ok, no ronquen de competencia si no hay nivel. Pararme una ciencia no van a poder. No me tiren al cel si no es pa' business, que el tiempo es dinero y no se puede perder. Pa'l carajo Lucifer, por más que me tiente con ofertas millonarias pidiendo mi alma no la voy a vender. Mira, ey. Me levanto todos los días en busca de hacer millones, subiendo a costillas cabrones sin tener cones. Esto es a pulmones, el hambre de la fama hace que la abone a meterle más cojones. Si yo fuera un equipo, yo fuera 5 lebrones. Curado de la maldad, he tenido tantas bajas que ya no me duele nada. En la soledad tuve que guerrear y ya perdí la piedad. El primero que se vire de una se va a ir. Tú eres loco, niga, tú no eres liga, niga. No hagas que me ría, niga, tú no eres de náquina. Yo sí soy la máquina para escribir chanteos, cabrones, sobra la estamina. Ey, we do it all, my nigga. Que Chiclana, we do it all, my nigga. Mira, dime Carlito. Flow. Ey.
today, guys, is really a technical issue day. I don't know if you guys have been experiencing a lot of hangups, but I have. This is a first. Anywho.
Hey, that track by Wolf was banging though.
Yeah, man.
That's fusion right there. My dad played drums, and he listens to a lot of music like that, so I'm very familiar.
Yeah, Wolf is amazing. We thank you, Wolf, for that.
I don't know if he's in the house right now, but that track is fire, bro.
Yep,
Good job,
Wolf's in the building. Wolf's in the building.
Right. I know what it is. Oh, go ahead.
No. I was just gonna say also, Chiclana is over here in my area. Young kid, a lot of talent, a lot of potential, and he blessed us with those songs. I love it, man. To get it right, kid is good.
Blast artists are amazing, guys. Make sure you go up on that website and check some of their artists out because they are the future.
And that is blastmusic247.com. That's right. Right?
I know what it is. I know what it is, Veek. I had to get that star off my head, man, and my life immediately changed. My whole outlook on life done changed. My mood done changed. You know what? Hashtag get rid of the star.
Ooh, man.
Ooh,
okay.
I love it.
Okay.
It's all that hate clogging up the network. That's what it is.
You know, what happens to a dream deferred turns into a Cowboy fan.
Oh
boy. Here we go. God, dog.
Yeah. I mean, gotta real.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
What's up?
Go ahead.
My question is for the three guys up top. If you're looking at the view, so that's the Cowboy fans in the building. What went wrong?
Oh,
Okay.
Let me mute my mic.
I love it.
It's
I
gonna be
love
good.
to answer this. I love
Let me know when I got time.
All right. Yeah. All right. First of all, they act like they was not ready to play. Period. Wasn't ready to play. I don't understand it. It's just ridiculous. Wasn't anyone there ready to play. Too many penalties. Quarterback acting like he ain't never played football in a big game before in his life. I'm sorry, y'all. Ezekiel Elliott, your time has come, gone, passed. Put your ass out the pasture right now. You running over there like, you know, Big Los and you know, Danny Ray out here. That's how he was running. Just like it was y'all two running the ball. He couldn't do nothing. He was looking for a place to fall. Defense.
First of all,
coordinate. Hold on.
What you not gonna do?
I ain't through yet, bro.
Let's talk about my 7-second 40-yard dash. That's what you not gonna do,
bro. Not a whole 7 seconds.
Look, you're supposed to keep private conversations private. What you're not gonna do is talk about my 40 time.
Not a whole 7 seconds.
Hey, not Peyton Manning is faster than you, bro. Not that.
Oh, you want some of this work too, Glass?
My wheelchair can get up in 3.5 flat, bro. Don't play with me. I'm out.
I mean, if you take them nuts off of it, maybe it'll go.
Coordinators were terrible. I have no idea why they were featuring Zeke so much, knowing Zeke was only getting them 2 yards per carry. Pollard was there. There wasn't anything wrong with like Pollard. I don't know if like Zeke went to him and said, "Hey, I need all of this spotlight for whatever reason," but like they didn't use Pollard at all.
Pollard was injured coming into the game. I do know that.
Yeah.
Because they had talked about it on the pregame. And I think that potentially they didn't want to use him too much because they thought maybe potentially one of the wheels would literally fall off.
Man,
maybe that had something to do with it.
Whatever he had to give was better than what Ezekiel Elliott was out there doing.
You know what's funny about that? And some of my guys, we were talking about this when I was streaming earlier, and we were discussing it, and we found out that actually Ezekiel Elliott finished top 15 in scrimmage yards in the NFL. So for all the Cowboy fans that hate Ezekiel Elliott, understand that Ezekiel Elliott is a top 15 yard producer in the NFL.
And I'm going to let you know why he is that. And that's the only reason is because they don't play Pollard enough. They got to give him the ball. Okay.
but
he is touching the ball. He is like touching the ball a lot. He doesn't have breakaway speed. He can catch 5-6 yard passes, get him 3 yards after that. Okay, cool. If you throw yourself enough of them, you're going to be one of the leaders from.
But here's the question I have, Rock. Is the reason that they don't play Pollard not because of Ezekiel's salary, but because Pollard can't block? Pollard is not blocking.
Neither can our offensive line, and but neither can Zeke yesterday because Dak was under duress like the whole freaking day. So it don't matter who they put out there.
But what I'm saying though is that if you're saying that you just signed your quarterback to a fantastically rich salary, you're going to try to protect him at all times. And the best way to protect him a lot of times is for the running back to chip that free rusher coming in so he doesn't get clobbered.
And you can't do it, but you can't sacrifice that for wins. And they're sacrificing that for wins. One, Dak acts like he does not know how to run anymore. He just sits back there. They don't even move the pocket for him. I mean, you sit back there, you see this big, who was that? Big 96 dude about as big as my damn house. Like literally he right in front of him, and Dak like, oh, I don't see him. Oh, okay, now I'm sacked. Bro, all you have to do is scoot to the left, scoot to the right. Big boy gonna fall down trying to cut. He didn't do nothing. He just sitting there.
I cannot believe I'm about to make this statement. But I'm about to defend Zeke.
Oh man.
To say that young man wasn't blocking yesterday, did y'all see when the 49ers called a blitz and Zeke blocked not one, but two?
He blocked two people.
I don't know any running back since I've been watching the NFL that has ever had the nerve to actually block two people at one time. He was blocking better than your offensive line.
That is true.
Because they weren't doing nothing.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
But all of that right there, though, could be negated if they just rolled the boy, just move the pocket. Just move him a little bit out of the pocket so that these straightforward rushes don't have to be coming straight at him to get his butt smashed. I mean, Zeke is not giving them nothing in the running game, okay? If that's not happening and if the only thing he's good for is just blocking now, then move that pocket and then put Pollard in. Because just having him out there just to block on a so-called mobile quarterback, that's not what he's getting paid for.
I mean, but the reality of it is, though, is that I would say Dak is much more of a pocket passer than most of the mobile quarterbacks in the NFL, besides maybe Mahomes and maybe what's the kid from Buffalo, Josh Allen. So I think that you're looking at it in a kind of a weird way, and I'm going to explain it like this: if you're getting top 15 scrimmage yard production from your running back that can also be one of the better blocking backs in the league, why would you not want that to protect your quarterback and still give you adequate production at the running back position?
Because they are losing doing that. That formula does not win them, did not get them anywhere in big games.
But
never. Yeah, but in big games, that does not get them anywhere when they know they are going to rush, and then you got Zeke back there, and the only reason that he's back there, I mean, you're not going to fake a handoff to him. You're not going to run him out for like a 5-yard pass or whatever because he has to block. So that takes whatever the scrimmage yards and everything away because he got to block. So they know he's not out there in the pattern.
I find it interesting what you're saying, Rock. Excuse me, Reverend Ike. But I'm really curious as to what Gooch is thinking about, especially since you brought up the contract, especially all of the money that they paid your quarterback, and how he essentially blew the game. DJ Gooch, the floor is yours, buddy.
Why, thank you very much. quite simply, our Achilles heel has been our Achilles heel for 2 years now. Head coaching. The coach has lost us many a game so far. And it goes back to the GM, but I'm not even going to worry about the GM and owner. But the head coach has to do a better job of coaching. We had too many penalties, and coaches don't coach. They don't coach penalties. You know, they don't tell them to do penalties, but they're not preventing them. And Jimmy Johnson would have prevented those. They'd have been gone. They'd have been out of there. They couldn't do what they need to do. They need to have referees on the field during practice saying this is what's going to happen. This is how you need to stop doing this and whatnot. They're not doing what they need to prevent the penalties, and that goes with coaching, the whole coaching staff. The referees didn't cheat us. We just simply lost it.
You know,
all it was.
It's a sad commentary when Dallas Cowboy fans bring up Jimmy Johnson. It's almost like a Christmas Carol when in the ghost of coaches past.
That's right.
You know?
Yeah, I saw the Gooch. I was right there with you, Gooch, till you brought up Jimmy. I had to step back some. Like, you know, Jimmy was not coaching in like salary cap era and everything. He just cut him. Right now, you just can't just say, okay, I'm just gonna walk in and just cut someone who like has a $15-20 million contract. The coach will be fired before that like player is gone.
Let me explain what I'm saying. I'm saying that I'm not talking about the salary. I'm not talking about anything to do with money. I'm talking about penalties. Mm-hmm. I'm saying the coach would have stopped the penalties. He'd have put somebody in there who knew. He'd have coached them where they wouldn't do the penalties, or he would have got somebody in there that could not do so many penalties in crucial times.
But if you think about it, though, what you're saying is take one of your most lethal pass rushers off the team, which is Randy Gregory, because he had a crazy freaking night, and all you want him to do is to get it right for one time, get a sack, get a fumble, and go. Because they don't have anyone else, that's not starting that would have been better than him. So he's like weighing that. Should I take him out because he's lining up offside, like he don't know what the hell to line up? He's been playing football for his whole freaking life. Or are we, putting in someone that is less talented and try to get them to get that one sack?
This is what I would have done then. If you ask me what I would have done as a coach, I would have asked Randy Gregory, why are you jumping off sides? He would have told me that the center is moving his foot. As a coach, I would have went to the ump and said, look, my guy's jumping because they're doing a false start. You're not covering. That's what I would have done as a coach.
But that makes a lot of sense.
But to go with what Gooch is saying, and I agree with him, it comes down to the coach having control of the team, and that would have been handled in training camp.
I agree with that too.
The issue with the Cowboys is their lack of discipline. They lack discipline, and that comes from the head coach, as Gooch was saying. Jimmy Johnson set the record straight day one. That Dallas coach, he has no control of that team. So they're going to go out there and get all the penalties, and they know there's no repercussion. It comes down to the leadership of the coach to put in players, just like I said in my video, and y'all can go check it out on my page. I said their issue is their lack of discipline. They're very talented, but they don't have the discipline to go with that talent, because you can't tell me you get that many penalties in a big game like that. And to go back to what we said about Zeke, Pollard in this particular situation on this team, Pollard is better than Zeke, because I'm gonna ask you a question before y'all say something. Who has the better home run effect, Pollard or Zeke, if
Pollard.
They take it from the line?
That's Pollard.
It's Pollard.
That's Pollard.
Please tell me why aren't they using him more in the game to where they know, okay, this dude is explosive, he's elusive, he has power, and then this is the thing. It comes down to coaching. It comes down to decision making. It comes down to that's the whole thing. And I've been saying that the whole year is the lack of leadership. Y'all got talent, but y'all got exposed because when you're not disciplined, you tend to overplay. You tend to get overzealous. You're not in the right position. San Francisco ran one play all game, and Dallas could not stop it.
Yeah,
a receiver ran over y'all the whole game. Please tell me, why can that not be stopped? the whole game.
And
they ran one play,
and,
just one play.
And what is crazy about it is that everyone in the stadium knew that they used Deebo Samuels in that way. Everyone. If you didn't have to stop anyone else, you would have stopped Deebo Samuels. You're supposed to be able to scheme something to stop one person.
But
they couldn't scheme anything to stop one person.
But let's go back to discipline, though, because it's the little things that win you the game. The little things like knowing that you hand the ball to the field judge, right? And you don't because the field judge has to touch the ball before you hike it, right? So what you do is you run drills in practice with 5 seconds on, and you handing the ball to the field judge, and he could have downed it and still had maybe a second or two left. But no, if you're undisciplined, you say, you go get that. I'm going to go get that. But guess what? When I'm done, you ain't going to have no time.
The other thing about the Cowboys.
I want to ask the Cowboy fans, how did Dak not know that rule? Honestly.
I don't know.
They said he didn't know the rule. Please explain. You can't that man that much money. I'm just but why you they didn't put it out there saying that makes it even worse. Even if he knew it, but you're gonna say it out loud that he didn't know it. Now you are paid millions to play this game that we all love. You not know that rule on that crucial play that you're supposed to see. This how they make y'all look bad. That makes y'all look very bad. I mean, just honestly, if they had a shot, why didn't he just run a play? Something just like Danny said, something's supposed to be put in place. If we ever get down to this, 10 seconds left, 5 seconds left. We're going to run up to the ball. Man, you're going to out. You're going to cross. You're going to run a comeback. You're going to do this. Once I get it, we hike the ball. Let's do that. Coaching, bad leadership. That's what y'all are. A good team in a bad division gave y'all false hope, and it got exposed.
Okay. Well, here's something interesting.
I can agree.
Okay.
Here's something interesting about the Cowboys game that I wanted to bring up, and that was if you think about what went wrong for the Cowboys, and this is kind of in agreement with what Big Los was just saying, and also Gooch. Let me ask you guys a question, especially you guys who are watching us right now. If you were to take out Mike McCarthy and insert Mike Tomlin as the head
down
coach,
the steps.
Yeah, something didn't sound good right there. But if you take out Mike McCarthy and you insert Mike Tomlin, does the end of that game play out the same? If you take out,
it's not even close. We blow them out.
Let me keep going for a second. If you take out Mike McCarthy and you insert Bill Belichick, does the end of that game still go the same? If you come out and take out Mike McCarthy and you insert any of the Andy Reid, you put in any of the coaches who we hold in high regard in this league, do you think that the end of that game plays out the same way? Also, some of the blame has to go to Dak Prescott because
a lot of it does.
You ran the ball in the middle of the field with 10 seconds left, knowing you needed to snap the ball again. The easiest thing for him to have done was to get the first down and run out of bounds. But he elected to stay in the middle of the field.
I'm going back to coaching because before that, they had ran 3 consecutive plays of throwing the ball to a wide receiver that ran out of bounds, and it looked like the 49ers couldn't stop that play. Right. So why all of a sudden you going to do a quarterback run keeper in the middle of the field and you got like 7 seconds left? I agree. And Dak don't call his own plays. Now you can go back and look at that. Was that a blown play or was that a design keeper? Looked like a design keeper.
It looked like a design keeper to me because he didn't even scan the field. He grabbed it and ran.
And but hey, there's one Cowboy fan we hadn't heard from, and I want him to go ahead and throw his misery on in there too.
Misery, I don't know about that, but let's just say last night till today, bombardment has just been nonstop. Exhibit A, Exhibit B.
Oh,
Dang.
One of my best right.
Wow.
Man, it's tough. But you know what? I looked at the game. I agree with you. TP, Tony Pollard, should have gotten more play. He only got 6 touches in the whole game. I really don't know, one, if he was injured or how badly he was injured. Zeke looks slow as I'll get up. Yeah, Dak disappointed me, man. He let me down. Dak is still my dude, but I would like a new offensive coordinator. I'm done with Kellen. I'd like to see someone that has a little more aggressive chop. Now, in the sense of McCarthy, as a coach, our record is still better than it was the first year he came. That I do give. Playoffs is a whole different animal because everybody starts off 0-0. And here we are again at 0-1 once again. And yeah, that's frustrating because this is a never-ending loop.
I'm not laughing at your pain. I'm sorry.
sound like you laughing at your pain.
I'm so sorry.
You can say you're not doing it, but your actions show otherwise.
I'm so sorry, but the humbleness for the past 2-3 months, y'all been up here, Cowboy this, we them boys that. Today y'all sound like Toby.
My name is Kunta.
Y'all ain't Kunta no more. You sound like Toby.
We had to be honest, man. We saw the game.
We saw the game. But hold up.
What happened.
Let me finish the rest of this because we're already at the end of the show pretty much. But needless to say, that game made me have a big slice of pie, and that nigga don't taste good at all. God,
that
dog.
Pie right there.
Oof.
Flag on the pie.
Flag on the pie. That pie is raw. No, I agree with you. But real quick before we close up, and I know we were everywhere, a lot of teams got spanked, and we was definitely one of them. We caught a beat down, and it is what it is. That's how it happens. But before we head out, I want y'all to take a look at this, and I want you to see which one you think this is.
No, man, come on, man. Yeah. Throw the ball. Perfect.
Tell me what's the play and we can run it like an audible. No,
what, man? No, nobody like no big ass lashes you got on. Sitting up there flying everywhere. You need to be going to Babe Lashes off of IG. She gonna get you right. Turn it off. I'm about to turn it off. Y'all ain't finna get to me today. The devil would not get to me today. How many flags is gonna be today? If y'all ain't come here to play, just say that. Put y'all hands in the game.
Yo, bro,
I was number 4. I went to bed last
Number
night.
5 is Rock, hands down.
That was definitely me, bro. That was definitely me. I ain't gonna even lie about it. That was me. Yeah.
I love the one where we said my man just sitting there like the serial killer. I mean, hey.
I want to close out with this as far as the Cowboy game.
Mm-hmm.
If you have to look at your team really quickly, because I know we're out of time, but I want to ask all three of you this. I want you guys to look at your team and tell me who needs to go on your team in order for your guys to progress forward and try to win a playoff game.
Zeke and Kellen Moore. They can't get rid of Dak. So Zeke and Kellen Moore, because that was some junk to me.
Let me get Zeke.
Oh, V. Okay. I'm still stuck on Kellen. I would like some new plays. I think our plays are on the internet and everybody's downloading it. It's just too predictable right now. I'd like someone with a different scheme. We got too much talent. Granted, Zeke comes into the year fresh as could be. what 2-3 games in, he slows down. So
How do
don't
you
know.
Cowboys fans feel about firing Mike McCarthy and hiring Byron Leftwich?
If he helps with the,
I'm about to say his name. Tom Brady says
Flag.
That's it.
Flag.
We got there.
Close the show. There it is.
We got there. You got there.
All right, so but he raves about Byron Leftwich being fantastic at working with him and fantastic at calling plays and knowing at what time to attack a defense. So would he be able to do the same thing for Dak?
Let me help you out with this. Jerry might have a black quarterback.
Yeah, he ain't have to go. No, not.
He might have a black running back. Jerry ain't gonna hire no black coach.
You don't feel like
not in Dallas. No.
Not happening.
Nope.
All right, Gooch, what do you feel like needs to change for your team?
Mike McCarthy and Connor Williams.
Now, who would you hire instead of Mike McCarthy then?
Eric Bieniemy.
Great.
Great choice. Even though it wouldn't happen, that'll be awesome.
So since we're winding down, can I have the Honorable Reverend TD Fakes close us out as we head on?
Yes. Let's go.
Hallelujah.
Well, to end the One Nation and the Cowboy fan, we would like to just send you our hearts and our prayers to let you know there's always next year. Y'all should get shirts that say that. Always next year, and we will be our team next year. Because for the past, we'll say, 26 years, that's been your logo. So please take the star off the helmet and just put, as always, next year. We wish you well. We wish you to go in peace, and just remember the title of my message: never would have made it. So to Dak and the rest of it, never would have made it. So go in peace and love on one another, and remember, Jesus coming in the honey.
Oh wow!
Amen.
Just so you know, before we leave Big Los, I got a fan that wants to follow you.
I got nothing.
Shout out to Wolf. Hey y'all, we appreciate y'all for hanging with us. Go ahead.
Hey, fellas, Los, you gotta let people know what's happening this Wednesday, bro.
Oh yeah, this Wednesday, man. Y'all come on, man. Come on. We're gonna have a blast of laughter starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, man. They done messed around. Y'all listen, they messed around and gave your boy his own space on the Blast Network. So get ready, buckle up to have a blast of laughs this Wednesday. We're gonna laugh it up, we're gonna cut it up. And I'm kind of being, I'm being low key tonight, but we're gonna cut loose Wednesday. So we're gonna cut loose because me and the Suge Knight of Gospel, we're gonna be in the house. We ain't taking no prisoners. So it's gonna be big boy style Wednesday, all big boy style. I'm calling out all my dark skinned brothers, all my big boys. It's big boy season, man. We get ready to get in there. If you light skin, you can watch too. Light skin, if you don't. But it's gonna be a big boy takeover. So y'all come on, man. We'll have a good time, man. We're gonna laugh. We're gonna get through this. So come on through.
All right, Joe.
I will be watching.
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Glass, what you got? What you got coming up, bro?
Well, I guess this would be a great time to announce, right, Troy? You know what I'm saying?
Sure thing.
Everyone knows.
We have the Glass House podcast, which is also joining into the Blast Network. I am super excited about this because it is something that I have wanted to do for over a year. I've been streaming for 2 years, and after the first year, I realized that there's something missing from the streaming space, and I would love to fill that void with a podcast dedicated not only to streamers, but to games into gamers. So if you are a gamer or you just want to know what the latest and greatest coming up is for your kids, maybe, or for your nephews, your grandkids, whatever, I will have you covered at the Glass House. Don't throw no stones.
All right.
No doubt.
Bang, bang.
Bang, bang.
Don't throw no L's neither.
No L's, baby.
DJ Gooch, what you got, brother?
The Beatbox coming up. Listen to the Blast. It's coming to you soon. We will be featuring the Blast music artists along with other old school R&B and rap coming your way soon. Be ready.
I'm ready.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, again, thank you for your time hanging out with us at Rats. We'll be back again next week every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Central. And, you know, we're going to be talking about sports and whatnot. So, again, thank you for hanging with us. We'll see you next week.
Can't wait.
God bless.
Deuces.
Peace.